Part two, ethics then and now. Let's keep going. So, technology has advanced in the workplace. Even now, technology with COVID and sickness and stuff like that, people needing to do things totally different. Technology has become like way more advanced, right? So, there are email, internet networks, telecommuting, which is like video, Zoom, Google Meet, that kind of thing, cell phones, robots. There's a lot of automation that's happening, which is basically they're using machines to replace people. You see it at Walmart, you see it at Kroger, you see it at HEB, self checkouts. Everybody wants to have things faster. They think they can do it faster themselves. Okay, technology in the workplace has advanced tremendously. So there are raised, oh my God, they raise ethical issues such as privacy and confidentiality, using company property for personal use, ownership disputes about electronic information. So, for example, if technology exists, I can go to Walmart and ring up my own groceries. I think I can do it faster. I do it. Here's the thing, ethically, what if I ring up one toothpaste and I have three? That's electronic information can be disputed. Do they put cameras up? Yeah, they do. Do they have a person standing there? Yeah, they do. Okay, here's another one. I go to a self checkout and I'm 20 years old, but I want to buy alcohol at Walmart. I want to buy wine. Okay. I swipe it and it tells me I need my ID. And what if the person comes over and just looks at me and just puts, okay, whatever, they're old enough. Now that's unethical and it's illegal. Okay. So technology can make a change. So if you look at it in the 1960s, there was a lot of social unrest. There was a lot of change in the ethical climate. Okay. Environmental issues were a thing. Honesty and work ethics changes were a thing. And as we continue through the 70s, things change a lot. Things continue to be, every year, every decade has more and more change, more and more scandals, more and more things that are needing to be worked on or improved or changed. So you have practices that are enacted because of business ethics that are incorrupt or are corrupt rather. I'm sorry, guys. Oh Lord, I'm getting hung up today. Federal Corrupt Practices Act was passed in 1977. Okay, there were ethical dilemmas about employee militancy, people who employee versus management mentality. They're fighting against management, forced labor. Obviously, we know that we have labor laws now that protect people. Um, but you also have in the 80s, you also have False Claims Act. You have Code of Ethics for Government Service. There's deceptive advertising, financial fraud. Okay, fraud was big, guys. People were stealing money and lying about it. Okay, let's keep going. The 90s, you had ethical challenges because of global expansion. Now you got people working in China. What's ethical for people to do in China if they're making clothes for us? You have cultural borders that are challenged. Birth of the internet. The internet came in the 90s and everybody went crazy. Okay, let's keep going. So now in the 2000s, which is where we are now, we have cybercrime, privacy issues. We have companies who focus stealing people's information. Non-governmental organizations that are affected by business, okay, that are rules were enacted by those organizations. You have economic growth out the wazoo. Our economy has grown like crazy, okay? So, legislative acts that are affecting business ethics. What kinds of legislative pieces were in place in order to affect the way people unethically enact business? Fair Labor Standards Act, Equal Pay Act, Civil Rights Act, Discrimination of Employment Act, Americans with Disabilities Act, Title I and Title V. Okay? So there are, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can read them. I will include this in your presentation. Equal Pay Act is big though, and we do have, that is a big conversation still to this day, guys. Women and men are not getting paid the same amount of money. Okay. So Equal Pay Act is a big deal because women are wanting to get paid what they're worth because why are men getting paid more? You get what I'm saying? Okay. Civil Rights Act talks about discrimination for sex discrimination, sexual harassment. Okay, age discrimination, disability discrimination, family medical leave. All right, so that's it, guys. That was business ethics. Okay, make sure you get your work done.